All right, I've been waiting all day to find out what they've been saying about EOMM. Let's find out.
Hi, Rebels. I'm Zuyong. We've heard your passionate
They put this one in English. They knew people were gonna be reacting to this.
feedback and ongoing discussions about matchmaking and ranking in Marvel Rivals. Your voices matter, and we want to give you a transparent look into how these systems work
Bet it's not EOMM.
and what we are doing to improve them. Quick heads up, any numbers used are for illustrative purpose only, and the calculation process is also simplified for easier understanding and does not represent the full detailed formulas.
Wait, we're actually gonna get numbers? Like of some kind?
After every competitive match, your score is calculated based on two key components, base points and
Well, this is gonna be more in depth than I thought.
performance points, each weighted according to your current rank. The formula looks like this.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is actually lit.
This depends on match outcome, your current competitive score, average competitive score of the enemy team. First, the match result determines whether you gain or lose points. Win and you will gain points, lose and you will lose points.
Obviously.
Second, the difference between your competitive score and the enemy team's average competitive score affects how many points you gain or lose.
But what do you mean competitive
If a player's
score?
competitive score is lower than that of the enemy team, the system recognizes that the player is challenging a stronger opponent. In this case, a victory will grant an extra bonus to the base points, while a defeat will result in fewer points deductions.
Okay.
The reverse
That sounds like skill-based matchmaking.
applies when facing lower ranked teams. Examples: players' competitive score 3,500, enemy team's average
This definitely sounds like
3,500.
skill-based.
Win plus 20 base points, lost minus 20 base points.
Right?
Players' competitive score 3,500, enemy team's average 3,700. Win plus 25 base points, lost minus 15 base points. Players' competitive score 3,500, enemy team's average 3,300. Win plus 15 base points, lost minus 25 base points.
My question with that would be, why would the teams be that oddly stacked on one
This
side?
reflects your individual performance tailored to your hero's role. Performance points reflect how well you played during the match. Because heroes in Marvel Rivals have widely different powers and roles, we don't just tally up stats. Even if two players contribute equally to the outcome, their raw stats may look very different depending on which hero they played.
Okay.
Instead, to accurately evaluate your impact, we use several steps to calculate performance points. For each hero used in the match, we normalize match stats to a per 10-minute value and convert that into a single performance value.
Okay.
We compare that to the average performance value for that same hero at your rank.
For my brain, I gotta slow this down. Okay, so essentially what this means is every character has a per 10 minute number that they statistically get for each hero though. So okay, that's fair. We compare that
also per 10 minutes. That gives a hero specific performance coefficient.
Okay.
The better you perform versus the average, the higher your coefficient. If you played multiple heroes, we time weight those to get your match coefficient. We then compare your performance coefficient to your team's average to determine your final performance points. Examples.
Yeah, give me
A
examples.
Diamond 1 player spends 4 minutes as Loki and 6 minutes as Invisible Woman in a 10-minute match.
Got you. Yep.
Let's break down the performance points calculation.
That's simple.
First, The system converts their in-game stats to 10 minutes.
Okay, so this makes sense. So we're going to break down each character they play as and kind of see how they do with each character in a 10-minute segment. And that way we can determine if they did good or bad based on the average. That sounds pretty skill-based, just saying.
Averages, and then convert them into performance value. Assuming Loki has a performance value of 1,200, an Invisible Woman has 1,000. Next, the system finds the average performance value for Diamond 1 players with those heroes, which we will assume Loki and Invisible Woman both are 1,000. We then calculate the performance coefficients. Loki's coefficient is 1.2, while Invisible Woman's is 1. This is then weighted by playtime. The overall coefficient works out to be 1.08.
Okay, a lot of math.
Finally, this player's coefficient is compared to the other 5 teammates. Let's say that they are 1.
Resulting in 1, 1.8, 0.8, 1.15, and this person's 1.08, resulting in an average of 0.97.
1, 0.8, 0.8,
so they're
and
significantly above average of their
1.15,
team. What does that mean?
resulting in an average of 0.97. This gives us the final adjusted performance coefficient of 1.11.
Okay. Okay, what does this mean
Once
for the
both your
rank
base points and performance points are calculated, your final score is determined by weighting these two parts. The weights vary by rank. As you climb the ranks, the weighting of base points will gradually increase, while performance points weighting decreases. In lower ranks, performance points have a higher weight to help skilled players rise faster.
That's why on PlayStation I'm getting 50 points in bronze matches. Got it. Got it.
Higher ranks shift weight towards base points for consistency. Example.
That's fair. That's kind of a somewhat trying to get rid of some smurfing because they're going to get out of those early ranks. But I feel like just do placements. Just do placements.
A player wins a rank match, earning 20 base points and 30 performance points. If the player is in silver, with a base point weight of 0.4 and a performance point weight of 0.6, the final score gained is 26. If the player is in celestial, with a base point weight of 0.7 and a performance point weight of 0.3, the final score gained is 23.
Okay.
Our players hail from all corners of the globe, each with different types.
So honestly, in my opinion, it sounds like it's definitely skill-based matchmaking. I mean, we'll see what they're going to say on how they put the teams together, because that's really what's going to be the determining part. But everything about this is based on how good you play. You're going to climb faster. You'll get more points if you play really well in a round.
Time zones and connection speeds. Balancing fast matchmaking with fair matches has always been our challenge and focus for ongoing improvement.
I hope they say something about adding placements. Matchmaking mechanics.
In Marvel Rivals, players are matched based on server node selection, team composition, competitive score. Once matchmaking starts, the system looks for opponents on your
I didn't hear him say anything about engagement optimization.
chosen server or servers.
Obviously.
As wait time increases, the system gradually expands the search to higher and lower ranks, helping you get into a match promptly.
Right.
The expansion is kept to prevent unbalanced games. Once we have 12 players within the acceptable rank range, the match is set. Teams are then arranged to minimize differences in average competitive scores.
I've been telling y'all it's not EOMM. It's definitely skill.
Team matchmaking is based on team size. For fairness, a 6-player team will only face another 6-player team. Finding an exact match can take
that's like grouped.
time when taking into account all the factors, like competitive scores, server selection, etc.
Yep.
Since launch, 5-player teams have
Etc.
been disabled to protect solos. For other team size, the system opens up to more combinations as wait time increases. Take
Fair.
a 4-player team, for example. The first system tries to match with another 4-player team, but if none are promptly found, it will eventually expand to mixed teams like 4-1-1 versus 3-2-1. Longer waits means broader competitive scores ranges, and reaching the upper limit of the range can result in a difference in scores between the two teams.
I'm curious if any of this can affect the games. Like, I wonder how much partying actually affects ranked games, and how much being in a party where you have somebody who's on their alternate account, because I do this myself, where you're on an alternate account to be at a rank where somebody's not very good at the game and you just want to play with your friend and you're destroying teams, and the other person's kind of holding the team back, but they're in a party, so then they're getting matched up against other 3 parties or 4 parties. I mean, it's hard to play with parties of light skilled players, just saying.
From the matchmaking results, this would appear to be an unbalanced battle. However, tightening the rules would mean much longer waits and a bad experience. This
Okay.
is the core challenge, balancing matchmaking quality and speed.
Look, I'm not gonna be mad about this video. I mean, I'm not gonna be one of those dudes that's like, oh, they're lying, they're not hiding, they're not telling everything, or oh, they're not doing this, they're not doing this. You know what? I appreciate this. At least try to lie to me, even if it is a lie. But I'm gonna take them at their word, because so far they've been doing a great job with the game.
Team kills make this speed versus quality trade-off more noticeable. At higher ranks, there are fewer players and they are spread across different servers, so this happens more often. So, after careful review, starting in Season 3.5, we've temporarily restricted teams of 4 or 6 players from matchmaking.
So they solely did that because of matchmaking issues? Interesting. I still don't know if I like that, though. But it's at higher ranks, though. I mean, I guess that's fair.
Higher ranks, where their balanced matches are harder to find. Moving forward, we will continue to explore new solutions to better meet the diverse needs of players.
Yep. Okay, an example. This is really informative.
To help you better understand how the matchmaking system works, here's an example scenario. Suppose player A teams up with player B and player C to queue for competitive.
Okay, so this is a 3-person
scenario,
group.
Player A is Diamond 1, player B is Diamond 3, player C is Platinum 1.
Okay.
The average rank of this 3-player team is around Diamond 3. They select only the Oregon server node for matchmaking. Since there aren't enough teams of the same size and rank in the queue on this node, the matchmaking system gradually expands the search range as time passes. After 5 minutes, the system finds 9 more players who meet the criteria. These 9 players include another 3-player team with an average rank of Platinum 1, a 2-player team with an average rank of Diamond 2, and 4 solo players: Player D, Diamond 1, Player E, Diamond 2, Player F, Platinum 1, Player G, Diamond 2.
This kind of feels like you get fucked solo queuing.
To ensure fairness, the system first places the 2 3-person teams on opposite sides. Then, the remaining team compositions are Side A, 3-player team plus 2-player team plus 1 solo player. Side B, 3-player team plus 3 solo players. Now, the exact team
That's
split
not
is
fair as
determined
fuck.
by the solo.
What? That's part of the problem right there. 3 solos, you're fucked in the start.
Players to make both sides' average ranks as close as possible. The fairest division is Side A, 3-player team, Diamond 3 average, plus 2-player team, Diamond 2 average, plus player F, Platinum
The
1.
platinum, yeah, okay.
Set B, 3-player team,
But that's an
Platinum
individual
1
platinum.
average,
He's gonna get
plus
carried.
player D, Diamond 1, plus player E, Diamond 2, plus player G, Diamond 2.
Honestly, this is the most revealing part. This is why the games are fucked. Groups are why the games are fucked. At least for solo queuing, because I'm solo queuing. So I could be either game. I'm going to end up pretty much every single game. I'm going to end up either being that platinum 1 guy, or I'm going to end up being on the group of platinum. And that's the average rank. There's a dude in that group that's probably real low. Just saying. And so they're expecting the solos to carry the group. And in reality, the group's really going to carry the solo.
In this scenario, there are
Interesting.
still notable rank gaps within each side. For example, Side A's player F, Platinum 1, and Side B's player D, Diamond 1, each have a 2 to 3 division differences from their teammates. This means there can be internal team imbalances. Assume once the match begins, the role selections are as follows. Side A, the 3
They breaking it down all the way to role selection? I'm surprised they're doing that.
3-player team picks a Vanguard player A, Duelist player B, and Strategist player C. The 2-player team chooses a Vanguard and a Duelist player F. A Duelist main sticks with his preferred role instead of filling the missing Strategist slot. To balance the team,
I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely revealing. I'm not gonna lie. Groups is really feeling like a problem.
the Duelist player B from the 3-player team
But how do you fix that? I don't want to tell people no groups. What?
fills as a strategist. Side B, the 3-player team picks a Vanguard, Duelist, and Strategist. Player D picks an additional Strategist. Player E picks another Vanguard. Player G picks another Duelist.
Well, I
We
mean, they're
believe that
cohesive
this
at
is
point.
a situation many players have encountered before. In this case, Side B has a strategic advantage, as all 6 players are playing their main roles. On Side A Duelist main is forced to fill as a strategist. And the lowest ranked player is also playing Duelist, which may weaken the team's synergy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about the fact that on his example, the platinum was the duelist.
Recently, we have received a lot of feedback from the community, with many players believing that our matchmaking system employs
here it is.
EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking.
Let's hear it.
This would imply manipulating the matchmaking queue to keep players' win rates around 50%, ensuring they remain engaged in the game.
Yep, all right.
We want to be clear. Marvel Rivals does not use EOMM.
Oh, let's
Why
go!
do some
I
matches
told
feel
you!
uneven? Why do certain players encounter win and loss streaks?
I love this.
We would like to take this opportunity to provide some insights, hoping to clarify some of the confusion.
Y'all just don't want to admit that y'all don't have skills in the game. That's all it is. That's all it is. You don't want to admit that you're not skilled in the game. I'm sitting here not even a high rank, and I'm willing to say it's not EOMM. It's skill based. When I mess up, it's me. Hey, I'm calling it out.
For
Been
everyone.
saying it.
In a competitive two-sided game, the fewer players on each side, the more accurately the competitive score reflects individual skill. However, as team size increases, this accuracy drops, since even if both teams have identical average scores, other factors like teamwork and coordination can sway the outcome. Additionally, because we don't lock roles, players might end up playing a role they are less comfortable.
I do not want roll queue. Despite everything he just said, I don't want roll queue. I still don't want roll queue. I don't care what it does with that. I don't want roll queue. But I think placements would have a big impact on this, because those groups of way varying ranks, I feel like would be less often if you have placements, because these super strong or super high level players would not be able to play these low ranks all the time if there was placements. I mean, they would instantly be in a higher rank.
Roll with, which means they may not perform at their rank's full potential. Even if you are assigned your preferred role, playing a hero you are less skilled with can also affect your impact in the match.
This is true.
So, why don't we add...
There are so many factors. Playing a character, playing a character that is countered by somebody on the other team that they're good with, if they're not skilled with the character that they're trying to counter. There are so many factors if you really get down to thinking about what impacts a match working out or not. It's actually kind of interesting. I wonder what kind of statistical analysis you could get into breaking down things like that.
Role queue. First, we believe that allowing players the freedom to play as their favorite superheroes and team up with others to create diverse creative team combos.
And we like that.
Encourages more varied strategies and gameplay. Second, adding role-based matchmaking would significantly increase queue times, while still failing to fully eliminate skill discrepancies between matches.
They get it.
Where there are choices, there will be differences. Objectively, it's quite challenging to have an equal number of players across the three roles. To strike a balance between matchmaking speed and fairness, the competitive score ranges for each role would have to differ.
Okay.
Roles with fewer players would have lower competitive score thresholds, while roles with more players would require higher thresholds. This, in turn, will lead to greater variance in match quality. We are working to introduce more interesting vanguards and strategies in future updates to give players more choices.
It's going to be a while, though.
But these changes will take time to develop. We thank you for your patience.
I'm cool with it. Win-loss streaks. Oh, please.
Statistically, win and loss.
I'm not gonna lie, if he just says that you're tilting or something, or like something like hinting at you're tilting without saying you're tilting, I'm gonna die.
Streaks are a matter of probability. For example, if two sides are truly 50-50, over 3 games, the chance of 3 consecutive wins or losses is 12.5%. Over 10 games, the chance of 3 or more wins or losses in a row rises to 50%. So, over enough games, everyone will eventually experience win or loss streaks. For those interested, you can use tools to calculate the probability of achieving a streak, whether it's 5 consecutive wins or 5 consecutive losses, under different win rate scenarios over 10 matches. Of course, the game isn't pure math. Several in-game factors can increase the likelihood and impact
So he just went the pure statistics route.
Of streaks, making these experiences feel more pronounced. For example, team average scores are rarely perfectly balanced, so actually win rates may not be exactly 50%. When queuing consecutively, you may face some of the same players in back-to-back games.
That's true.
Which can carry over the outcome chance from previous matches. This is even more common in team matchmaking, where the pool of available combinations is smaller, especially during off-peak hours or in less populated regions. Even if the probability of a streak occurring is just 1%, Marvel Rivals' large player base means many will experience that.
That's fair. I don't know, though. I don't know. Some of that seemed a little fishy there. All they did was break down statistics on the win-loss streak. Some of the win-loss streaks feel a little like... I feel like he should have just said, like, you get mad at the game and then you're kind of losing the game yourself. I feel like he should have leaned into it and blamed skill.
We are constantly analyzing feedback and refining our systems. Your trust and input help us shape a better experience. Thank you for being part of the Marvel Rivals
That's pretty much
community.
going to be it there.
We are excited to keep improving with you.
Hey, W to the devs. W to the devs on that one. I feel like that was a great video. I'm going to give that one a like. Yep. Give that one a like. W. What do y'all think? I think it's a great thing that they're doing this. It's fantastic. I told y'all. It's not EOMM. It's skill-based. I think these devs are hitting home runs with these videos. They're revealing a lot. I mean, they can't tell us everything, obviously. I bet you I'm going to start going through some shorts, and it's going to be nothing but everybody talking about, oh, they didn't tell you this, they didn't tell you this, but they just don't want to admit that they have a skill issue. So, until then, catch y'all in the next one.